Updating the RB35 and RB35S can be a little bit tricky because you need to perform the steps in a specific order, and there's a few things to be aware of when you do the updates. So I've already downloaded the latest firmware for the RB35S and placed it onto my radio. In this case, I've placed it under the updates folder that I created, Flight Safe Systems, and placed the firmware file here, RB35S 2024-0511. For this video, I'll be using RB35S and the RB35S 2024-0511 FrSky file. The first thing to be aware of is that the RB35S comes with a 3-pin cable, just like this. And you do need to remove the red wire from the cable so that you don't backfeed voltage into the radio, because that may damage the radio. So I'll use a small bladed tool just like this and lift up the small tab for the middle red wire and pull the red wire out. So now that that's been removed, I'm going to connect this into the top of my radio. The yellow wire is going to point towards the notch side of the 3 pins on the top of the radio. And with the other side of the cable, you don't have to depin this because you've already depinned it from this side. So I'll just plug this into the RB35S, into the RX1 smart port, again with the yellow cable towards the notch side. Now, when you click on the RB35S firmware file, it will give you these options, and we'll be using Flash External Device. When you click Flash External Device, it will say Device Reset, and the second important thing to remember is that when you do this, the RB35S needs to be powered off, and then when it says Device Reset is when you plug in the power to the RB35 unit. So I'll click on Flash External Device, it'll say Device Reset, and now I'll power on the RB35S. And you'll see that the update is starting to flash. So I'll pause the video now until it's completed. Okay, the update is just about finished flashing. Okay, so it's succeeded. Now with this latest 2024-0511 firmware, it is important that you do install the newest Lua v30 update for the Lua scripts, and you also need to use the RB35S stab utility to reset the RB35S and then rerun the calibration and the self-check process for the RB35S. So just to quickly cover again, the steps for updating the RB35S is you first start with the powered off. You remove the red cable from the 3-pin connector and plug it to the top of the radio with the yellow towards the notch. The other side of the cable goes into RX1 SP. When you click on the firmware file and click Flash External Device, it will say Device Reset, and when it says Device Reset is when you plug in the power to the RB35S.